Hi, it's Lou from Christian Faith and Fiction. I thought it would be fun to look ahead at some of the new Christian fiction books that are coming out in autumn this year. This is 2025, and we're going to be looking at September, October, and one book in November. This is the sort of time period where all the Christmas books are coming out, so I'm looking ahead to those books I'd like to read. Let me know in the comments which books you're most excited about reading in the future, and if any of these stand out to you as ones that you would like to read, let me know. I'm just going to go through them and just tell you a bit about why I think I might want to read them, but if you want to read the full descriptions, I'll leave a link to my blog post, hopefully in the video description, and then you can read the whole thing and look them up on Goodreads or wherever you want to look them up. So I'm going to need to put my glasses on for this one. In September we've got some cozy mysteries, sounds like. So the first one is more historical, 1956. So it's called First Comes Marriage, Then Comes Murder by Donna Mumma. And the book title intrigued me on this one. It is Vivian's Bridal Creations Found at Murder Scenes. Mid-century glam meets murder mayhem in a series of cozy mysteries at Winton's department store. In 1956, in Levi City, Florida, Vivian Sheffield, renowned bridal gown designer and consultant, is facing the greatest challenge of her career. Someone's been killing brides who wore one of her custom gowns in their wedding. So that sounds sort of intriguing as I don't know if it's a collection of stories or a collection of different people that were getting murdered. Anyway, that sounds, can I say fun about a murder mystery? Then there's Mistletoe and Mayhem by Janice Thompson, which sounds like a cozy mystery to me. I would like to read the series. This is book 3 in the series. So if you've read books 1 and 2, let me know if I can just plunge in with this one, because I would quite like to read a slightly different Christmassy book, so more of a murder mystery, cozy mystery book, but I'm not sure I want to have to read the other 2 books first, or have time to read the other 2 books before I get to this one. It's less than a week until Christmas in Margrank, Texas, and a wildfire with mysterious origin is rapidly travelling across several counties, headed right for the Hadley acreage. Then in September, still, a Seaview Christmas by Julie Klassen is book 4 in that series, and I think it's going to be the finale to that series. In the description it says that you didn't need to have read the other books, but I would have thought you wouldn't get so much out of it unless you do, but apparently you can just jump into this one. But it is summing up the whole series. It's going to be Sara's story as well as Georgiana's story, and set in Sidmouth in their guest house, Seaview Christmas. I'm very excited about this one. I'm definitely going to be reading this one. This I might have to start early actually with all these books, but November into December time, I'm definitely going to be picking up that one. Here's one that I don't think is Christmas. The Rules of Falling for You by Mollie Rushmeyer, which looks like a contemporary romance fun one based on a Regency-themed singles retreat. The perfect match can't be far, certainly not at a Regency-themed singles retreat, or so podcaster Zoe Dufour believes. Yeah, Regency-themed but contemporary romance sounds fun to me. On a Midnight Clear by Tracie, Peterson, Misty, Bella and Karen Witemeyer is 3 stories inspired by the Nativity. I think they're all historical fiction ones. The Shepherd's Heart by Tracie Peterson. On the frontier, widowed sheep rancher Vincent Duran seeks a mother for his 2 children. Angel Lewis agrees to marry him despite believing Vincent will never truly love her. No Room at the Inn by Misty and Bella. When Noah Bentwood and his charge are snowed in while travelling through the Rocky Mountains, he must stay in a barn since the stage inn has no vacant rooms. And A Star in the West by Karen Witemeyer. Friendly correspondence with Stella Barrington evolves into something more when Harvard mathematics professor Frank Stentz arrives in Waco, Texas. That's another historical Christmas one. Actually, quite like reading historical Christmas books. They have a kind of nostalgic feeling to them that I like at Christmas time. Then another Christmas one, Once Upon a Christmas Carol by Melody Carlson. I have picked up several of hers over the years and have enjoyed most of them. So I also really like Christmas Carol, so I'm hoping that this one sort of fits with that. Carol Landstrom hates Christmas. Growing up in a dysfunctional home with a birthday on December 25th and too many dashed childhood expectations, the holiday season is something she would rather avoid. Holly and Nick Hate Christmas by Betsy St. Amant. It sounds like another fun Christmas romance, and I've enjoyed several books by this author. So this is when a Christmas-hating woman's brother sets her up with a fellow Grinch and it backfires. She decides to out-Christmas her date by setting up a festive battle of wills in this enemies to lovers holiday rom-com. Then in October, The Heart of Bennett Hollow by Joanne Bischof DeWitt. It's been a while since I read The Lady and the Lionheart, but that was a book I enjoyed by her. This one is also supposed to be a Pride and Prejudice retelling, so definitely two things that I would enjoy, I think. It's an Appalachian farmer's daughter and a wealthy businessman find a surprising love but must reckon with what divides them in this retelling of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice by award-winning author of The Lady and the Lionheart. Set in New River, Virginia, 1904. Then we have The Christmas Book Flood by Roseanna M. White, and I always want to read her books. I've enjoyed a lot of them. So this is described as a charming World War II historical romance novella inspired by Iceland's Christmas book flood. An author falls in love with a man who doesn't know he is her editor. So that gives me, like, You've Got Mail suggestions with that one. Set in Iceland, December 1944. So an interesting setting as well, because I don't know if I've read anything set in Iceland. Definitely would be interesting. Also in October, and another Jane Austen inspired book, Sense and Suitability by Pepper Basham. I have enjoyed reading all of the books that I've read by Pepper Basham, definitely to some extent. So the Jane Austen reference is definitely also encouraging me in this one. It is a clean Regency rom-com. A woman with a scandalous past and an even more scandalous secret swears off love until the man who broke her heart needs her help. What could possibly go wrong? So I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be Christian fiction or clean fiction, as it's described as clean fiction. But I guess I have to read that to find out. I think it is Regency era rather than the books that I've read from her before have been either contemporary or a different kind of historical. This one is listed as Regency and clean. A fantasy book, I think, is Glass Across the Sea by Sara Ella, and her last series was very imaginative, so I'm interested to see what she comes up with next. It says, light always finds a way to break free. Noelle Perrault has felt drawn to the tales her glassmaker father told of the 4 firefly artisans since she was a child. But when her mother falls under a curse, Noelle suspects the stories are more than mere fables. Their last hope is for her father to embark on a desperate journey to another realm where he must seek a miracle. And the last book I picked out was in November. It's Hearts in Circulation by Sara Monzon, and this is a romance about a bookmobile library. Little Creek's bookmobile is more of a death trap on wheels than a vehicle of literary delights, and circulation librarian Hayley Holt is afraid it's going to career down a mountainside with her in it. yet she sees it as a way to serve her community and be worthy of the liver transplant that saved her life as a child. It's to do with her and a reclusive mechanic who helps out when it breaks down. So that sounds like it could be a fun contemporary romance. Those are the books I've found that sounded like they could be my taste, but let me know in the comments any that you're thinking of, either Christian fiction or clean fiction books. I'm interested to hear which ones you are most anticipating. If you would like to see any more videos about Christian fiction, you can watch these videos over here. Until next time, I'll speak to you in the comments, or if not, have a great week, and I pray God bless you and your families.